Once I was reading cards in the wee early morning hours for a client of mine who had been a regular at that point, came to me and said that he was feeling lonely and there was a neighbor that had been texting him and he thought he should go up to the neighbor's house. Well, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. And as I was laying out cards, I saw caution cards, horrible cards, caution tape, basically. In my mind, I saw that this was something that he would never recover from if he went. And I told him that he needed to just stay put, not do anything. Well, when he told this neighbor that he was going to stay and not come about, the neighbor got angry. And I told my client while I was on the phone with him to lock the doors, make sure all the windows were locked, and to stay inside. And if anything ever happened, to hang up with me and call the police. As time went on, this person next door kept texting and texting, wanting him to come over. And I told my client, if you do, I have a feeling that I will never speak to you again. And it won't be because I don't want to. Lo and behold, the next day he calls me and said, thank God I listened to you, because there was a problem at the neighbor's house. You see, he had been, I guess, turned into the police several times for having a really hard time mentally. And unfortunately, there was nothing that anyone could ever do. And he lived with his elderly parents. Well, that night, while he was calling for my client to come over to visit, he did something terrible to his parents. And it was bad. And took them in the trunk of his car and buried them in a nearby park and wanted my client to help. If my client would have went over there, it was a good possibility that he would have ended up just like the parents. When my client went outside, he saw caution tape around the neighbor's house with a lot of police cars there. And it's very unfortunate, but that neighbor went to jail for the rest of his life. So it's a good thing I see what I do sometimes. Stay tuned. I'll tell you more.